This is a loaded topic, I gotta go quick. I also agree that we shouldn't have to make nature arguments discouraging sexual assault, but in my opinion, the more arguments against it, the better. I also managed to reach my target audience and sway their opinion on it using my logic. I just came at it from a different angle. It's just not the popular angle, but it's still a valid one. The main problem is that human behavioral arguments for nature has been misconstrued throughout time from people like eugenicists, Nazis, and colonizers. They don't understand how genetics and gene pools work, and because of that, they misconstrue those concepts to justify their hateful positions, making a bad name for it so that whenever anybody does make an argument for nature, they automatically get grouped in with these hateful groups, even if they don't have the same intentions or beliefs. Let's take, for instance, women, sexual selection, and sexual assault. Humans are a sexually selective species. However, women choose their mates more often than men because they have a wider array of options than men, and they have to divert more of their personal physical resources into reproduction than men. It takes a larger toll on their body, it's a larger investment, and because of that, they need to make a better choice. Men, on average, kind of more have the option of get in where you fit in. You know, just by the numbers, statistically speaking, women are not as desperate for men as men are for women. You got a lot more thirsty guys out here desperate to fuck a lot more women than you've got women desperate to fuck men. Maybe some women would be desperate to fuck certain men, but it's definitely not a widespread as it is for men to women. Because of that, women are more choosy. Now, the reasons why they make their choices are also based on two different things: love and resources. Love really can be chalked up to genetics. It can also be chalked up to compatibility and similarities and personalities, but those also have hugely genetic factors, whereas the resources can be chalked up to need-based things, like food and shelter. And this is why I make the argument that if we lived in a socialist society where people didn't have to go with food insecurity, the mating options that would be made would be much more made on love, i.e. genetics, and it would strengthen the gene pool. My ultimate argument isn't for eugenics. It's not saying that men need to be bred out. It's that we need to create a socialist society so that the reasons behind reproduction and mating are more based on love, i.e. genetics, instead of resources. Now, sexual assailants, yeah, they should be bred out because they desecrate a person's, autonomy. That's just disgusting. It's just the most evil thing you can ever do. Once you do something like that, you prove that you don't even value human life, so why should anyone value your life? And something that actually is kind of scary is male children born from male sexual assailants have a 40% more likelihood to commit sexual assault themselves on a genetic basis. And that's based on a study that you can find linked in my bio, where scientists conducted a multi-generational study on men to find that the genetic linkage between sexual assault is 40% stronger between sons to fathers than it is fathers to daughters. That also controlled for environmental factors, showing that boys raised under those fathers but not their biological sons were much less likely to do it, like 2% likely. But the biological sons of those fathers that are removed from the fathers and then placed in societies that have a huge discouragement against sexual assault are much less likely to do it, meaning that we shouldn't persecute the children, we should educate them. Thank you.